also with some background in consultancy. But really, what I think is that the oil and gas industry has always been essential for the growth of the economy. I understand that in for the development of the SDGs meeting like COP2, the previous COPs, there were no seats for the oil and gas industry. But this doesn't mean this was the right thing. In fact, this is a mistake, because to solve an energy crisis, you need to include all stakeholders, including those, because oil and gas still makes up more than 80% of the global energy mix, and in fact, it includes even coal. So, but here there is a solution. There needs to be a solution for the transition, and for that transition to happen, it has to continue to follow the sustainable oil and gas path. So, as I come from the academic sector, the technologies, including carbon capture, which have all, as you may, I think many of the room here know that, there's been a lot of talks about it, but the progress achieved in carbon capture has been very slow. And the major reason for that is there is a weakness in how to support it at all levels, whether including the government levels or private sector levels. So we haven't seen really a push towards the regulation side. We haven't seen a push towards implementing the necessary tools for the private sectors to work and for the projects to be economically viable, bankable, and financed, so that the technology can be scaled up. But definitely the technology exists and it is working at a small scale. We've seen some amazing demonstrations here in the region, in Saudi Arabia and UAE, and even in Qatar, and also Oman, in terms of showing the feasibility of CO2 storage at a very economic levels. In fact, the region can act as a major hub for CO2 storage, and in fact, it can act as a hub for CO2 capture, direct air capture, and as a carbon sink for major economies, including Europe or other members of the OECD. So I believe here, just to address the subject of the theme, the role of oil and gas at COP28, we need, as we heard from His Excellency the Secretary General of OPEC yesterday, we saw investments needed in the oil and gas sector at $14 trillion. And in my view here, this is my personal view, we also need to see investments in clean oil and gas. And what is the investments necessary to achieve the net zero targets, while oil and gas is a part of that transition path. So all stakeholders will need to participate here, and I believe this is an important opportunity for oil and gas companies to show at the next COP28 in this region.
Indeed. Okay, thank you, Dr. Yousef. Ali, over to you next.